everybody. Hopefully it's working now. I don't know. My internet is really shitty here. It seems like
Hello, everybody.
regardless of where I live in Canada, it's just continually bad. Like when I was in Toronto, it was bad. When I'm in Winnipeg, it's bad. It doesn't really seem to matter. It just seems the internet's universally terrible in Canada. I know mobile service is also terrible. Like there's lots of parts in like even the GTA where I just wouldn't get cell mobile service. I don't really know why. You'd think like the most densely populated parts of the country would actually have passable internet, but I guess not. I guess that's just it's too much to ask for. It's too much to ask for. So, anyways, I hope everybody's had a beautiful week and you're having a lovely Friday evening. So there's a couple things I wanted to talk about. Not really enough to do its own video or anything, but we'll have a bit of a chat for those five of you who show up. As they saying, I hope you guys like the new avatar. I the For those of you who keep asking, it is a Bing AI. Um, that I use, and Bing AI is free. I think you get 15 normal ones per day, and then you can get more. They're just slower. The slower ones are not like particularly don't really take that much more, depending on when you do it. So it's basically just free AI art. I guess is more or less what I'm saying. So I generally think it does a pretty good job, to be honest. Um, at least better than anything I can do. I find it doesn't. I feel like it kind of doesn't understand what the difference is between an Eevee and an Espeon. So I kind of get this weird thing that's a cross between the two, which frankly I don't really mind. Cause I actually like how it looks better, but it's just something I've noticed. But no, I don't know what people are gonna do now that like AI art's a thing. Like, what are artists gonna do? Um, Now that they've more or less become, I guess, obsolete. Sure, AI will replace all of us someday, or I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe it says something if people are working like 60 hours a week at jobs that don't require that much, that level of commitment or that level of involvement that they can be done by AI. So let's go through the list of stuff that I had in mind for the evening. Firstly, we have I've been kind of wanting to do another let's play because I had a lot of fun doing the suzerain one. So I'm kind of thinking of doing another one. So I know I never finished Second Sight when I said I was going to finish Second Sight, but sue me. I was thinking maybe doing a game that is not completely obscure, but something that I haven't seen that many people do. So I was thinking of Advent Rising, Alpha Protocol, Spec Ops: The Line, one of the Command and Conquers, or Call of Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth. So that is the first thing. Um, I'll do a poll about that maybe. You remind me, what is this Evangelion anima thing I keep saying? I keep seeing. I don't know. Let's take a look at this. Light novel series. Oh, alternate future. Okay. So this is the alternate future where the human instrumentality project was averted. Okay. I wonder what happens in this. I'll have to look it up because I keep seeing ads for this pop up. So, um, let's see. I really, really hate the like. The more time goes on, the more I hate the rebuilds. I'm not gonna lie. I just I just think they're really bad. What was I thinking of again? What was I thinking of? Maybe I'll take a look into that, but I don't know. I just kind of like the original series. I don't really like any of the side content. There's some things where I do like the side content, but that's the case where I don't really like it. What was I thinking? So those were some games I had in mind. I could do like something from the GameCube era. I could continue like the Fire Emblem game, or something like that. The problem was, and why I didn't get through the previous Let's Plays that I started to do, was mostly just because I wasn't living by myself, so it was kind of hard for me to do it on a regular basis, and my uh, I just didn't always have time to go ahead with it. So, what was I thinking of again? So, there's a good anime I've been watching called I think it's called was it Tear Moon Empire? Tear Moon Empire, Teardrop Empire. Uh Tear Moon Empire, which I'm gonna do a review of because it's just something I randomly started watching, but I've really been enjoying it. It's kind of like political economy and international geopolitics featuring cute anime girls. So like the plot of it is the main character the main character, it starts off with her being executed, and she is the ruler of a an empire of a um of the Tear Moon Empire, and she gets overthrown in a revolution. And then after she gets killed, she goes back in time to her 12-year old self, and she has her diary though that she kept. So she's trying to basically figure out a way to prevent the revolution from happening and prevent herself from being overthrown. Was the plot of it. Uh, and it's actually pretty good. It's kind of one of the running jokes is that she just thinks she's a lot smarter than she actually is. So it kind of gets to the point where every single case where she wants to do something, where she like screws something up, everyone just assumes it's like some secretly brilliant like master plan, and her they just it things tend to work out because of that. Also because she has advanced knowledge of the future. But I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I'll give it a review at some point. Okay, let me see here. Oh no, okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at something. I'll just we will get to other stuff in a minute. I'm just trying to log into something and it keeps asking me to reset my password. I just hate it so much. I hate the whole password thing. I don't know. I just kind of realistically think that uh um I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm sure it's okay. Okay. Oh. What? This is fucking amazing content. I'm just trying to log into something and it's not working. Okay. Yes. No thanks. Let me stay logged in. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm getting through Shield Hero season 2. I just keep forgetting to watch it. But we will get through Shield Hero season 2 at some point in time. This is the tool I use. This is the Microsoft Bing image creator, which I think is pretty cool, actually. I think it actually works pretty good. The only thing I find kind of weird about it is that it changes the art style. I don't think you can customize the art style. It just kind of picks one at random. So it's yeah, but it's pretty good actually. Actually, let me see here. What anime am I watching at the moment? Because I've started watching more seasonal stuff. I never really used to watch seasonal stuff, but I watch a fair amount of it now. So of stuff that's out, I need to get through Shield Hero season 2, especially since there's a bunch of like Shield Hero fanfics I like a lot. Like there's Family of the Shield, which is actually I should probably do a review of at some point, which is pretty cool because like now Fumi adopts a bunch of like monsters, and you have kind of this wholesome family dynamic. Then there's one where Melty's not evil, which is kind of interesting. But no, there's some. And then of course there's Diligence of a Shield Hero. He kind of ruined it for me because like it just got retarded. Now Fumi just becomes angry. Now Fumi and just destroys all his interpersonal relationships. So let's see of what's out at the moment. The Kingdoms of Ruin was just like try hard edge. Like I watched a couple episodes of it. It was just too like trying to be edgy. Um, Goblin Slayer season 2. I am waiting for the dub to come out because I really like the dub for Goblin Slayer, especially Goblin Slayer's voice. So I'll watch that when the dub's out. I just wanted to wait on that one. Oh, let's see. Been watching that. I watched like 2 episodes of this. This dude is a pretty big simp. I was thinking of maybe watching it and doing a review of it, but it's just like he's a simp, but he's not a big enough simp to for it to be funny. Like when you deal with something like oh, that's cute. When you deal with something like Rent a Girlfriend. Also, if people want me to continue Rent a Girlfriend, I know I said that I'd go through it and I never did, but maybe I'll do a poll on that one too if people want me to continue. Everyone keeps telling me to watch Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I'm not like in a super rush to watch it, so I might watch it once the dub comes out. Our dating story I've actually enjoyed quite a bit. I'll probably do a review of that. It's based around the question of whether a thought can be redeemed. Um, but it's surprisingly I'm enjoying it, especially since like there's a lack of really cringy normal romantic tropes. Let's see what else is out. Berserk of Gluttony's not bad. It's not great, but it's like not bad. I'm sure Goblin Slayer season 2 is awesome. I thought The Eminence in Shadow was like one of the worst things I've ever seen. It was like the most aggressively boring, mediocre, incoherent, like piece of garbage. And I know I probably lost a lot of people over that, but I don't apologize. I thought Eminence of Shadow was bad. I need to review Spy Family at some point. Season 2 is great. Basically more of the same, but I don't really have an issue with that. I've heard Goblin Slayer Season 2 is also more of the same, but once again, I don't have an issue with that either. If you produce something good, then you don't necessarily have to reinvent the wheel. Rain, why are you biting me? I think what it is cats just don't realize they're hurting you some of the time when they bite you. Because like if you think about it, other cats have like fur and elasticy skin, so it probably, as hard as they bite, it probably doesn't hurt other cats. Biting you though does hurt. But if Rain actually like wanted to hurt me, she's only tried to do that once or twice, and that was my fault because I approached her when she was hissing and scared, and she just kind of freaked out and lashed at me. But if she wanted to hurt me, she could probably hurt me pretty bad. I didn't like Jujutsu Kaisen. I watched the first season. I really just didn't care for it. I don't know. I just didn't. I just it just wasn't my thing. I often just don't like shonen that much. Let's see what shonen is out at the moment. Um, I actually often like shojo more, to be perfectly honest. I do find it funny though how much shonen has it like expanded over the years. So like you have Attack on Titan. Kingdoms of Ruin is like an ultra violent, like really disturbing thing. Oh, good night, man. Just found your channel a few days ago through Rose and Main reviews. It's really hard to find someone talking about that anime for some reason. Yep. Uh, but no, Rose and Main is really good. As far as I could determine, and I was looking at this again the other day, I don't think they ever finished Rose and Maiden. Um, I don't think that the manga ever finished. The TV show had no conclusion. I think they had multiple runs on the manga, and none of them got done. But it is what it is. Season one was bad. Season two. Absolute Defender and I have been watching Bungo Stray Dogs, and we're just getting through season four. I don't dislike Bungo Stray Dogs. I just find it very hard to follow. I know I'm just bad at following things in general because I kind of get distracted, but I find it particularly with like the jumping backward and forward in time and stuff like that. I just find it very confusing. I don't dislike the show. Um, I just find it kind of hard to follow. Um, I like a lot of the characters in it. Akiko is kind of a mommy GF, I guess you could say. But actually, let's look. Okay. She is Stacy height. Okay. Once again, in Japanese, Stacy height is 5'4" to 5'6", and they're very consistent about that. Chad height is like 5'10" to 5'11". Stacy height is 5'4" to 5'6". If someone wants to give me a anime character they think is a Stacy, I will look it up. Have I watched? What is that? What is this? Studio Wit. Let's look this up. Through numerous experiments with creating autonomous AIs. Okay, I had never heard of this. Okay, I'll let me see. Oh, okay, they have it. It's got very high reviews. Okay, maybe I'll watch that at some point. Thanks for showing me that. I'll probably at least watch an episode or two. I'm generally willing to at least watch an episode or two of something if it's there's a couple things I won't watch, like if there's any like yaoi or yuri in it, I obviously won't watch it. If it's like harem, I won't watch it. Those are kind of like the main ones. That's what the issue is. Like 50% of isekai is like harem, and a lot of the time it's unnecessary, and I just don't watch that stuff. Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead was pretty good. I need to do a review of that one. That one was actually quite a bit of fun. Um, It's actually like a good zombie comedy series because there's a lot of zombie comedy and I find it most annoying. This year's actually been pretty good. I'll have to do like a top 10 or something. Like of what's come out this year, I'd say probably we have Oshinoko, Vinland Saga season 2 are probably the two best things unless I'm forgetting something. But Vinland Saga season 2, I haven't reviewed that yet either. But Vinland Saga season 2 is amazing. It's so good. It's good for very different reasons than season 1, but it is excellent. Let's see here. What was I looking at again? Yeah, but Yuki Tsukumo, who's that? Oh, from Juju Kaisen. Ugh, she looks really weird. Or maybe that's just the art style. I don't know. Uh, how do I get rid of this reading list thing? Right click the side. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, that was Boomer Argent there. But yeah, no, the Bunko Stray Dogs isn't bad. Of course, let's see here. It's kind of funny. I don't know what it is. I just often will like JoJo more. That show's not bad. I like the Saints Magic is omnipotent. The Saints Magic is omnipotent is yeah, the manga art is terrible for Jujutsu Kaisen from what little I've seen. It's kind of what I call like the cotton candy of anime in that category, where it's something that's just very feel good and it's fun watching it. It doesn't really have any substance, but you just kind of are left feeling good at the end. Like let's see here. I haven't watched the live action One Piece, and I'm not gonna watch the live action One Piece. I just never been a One Piece guy. So yeah, let me see. Tierman Empire is good. My Love Story with Yamada at level 999. Really good. One of the better romantic comedy animes I've seen in a while. Um, Actually, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale wasn't bad. Um, wasn't bad at all. My Happy Marriage was a surprisingly good show. It kind of ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. Let's see what else do we have here. I'm the Villainous. I'm Taming the Final Boss is another one of those like really like bad ones, but that I liked watching. Bibliophile Princess wasn't bad, but I don't know. I just never been like a huge shonen guy. Anime genres are really weird though, because like there's a lot of stuff that you'd think would be shonen, but that is isn't. I find the single most reliable. Yeah, I think I did review His and Her Circumstances. I admit though, I can't remember if I actually finished watching it. It and Kimi no Todoke prompted a change in my policy where I don't review things I haven't watched all of. At least what I haven't finished the season of, because there was a bunch of things that I've given positive reviews to that I went back and finished, and it just wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. So I have a policy against that now. Yeah, Violet Evergarden was really good. Um, what else is there? I need to talk about Konosuba at some point because I have actually a lot to say about Konosuba. Um, it's a show that I liked the first time I watched it, and the second time I watched it, I actually didn't like it. I actually found it kind of abrasive. I don't know if I'm the only person on earth who doesn't like Mega Man, but I just find Mega Man really annoying and really unlikable. I actually like Aqua way more than Mega Man. I find Aqua actually really funny, but Mega Man I just find really annoying. So I know that that is like one of the extremely unpopular opinions you shouldn't express, but it just kind of is. Other unpopular opinion, I liked Agent Nightfall more than your. I know that's also a controversial opinion. Let's see, what else is there that's come out recently that's shojo? This is like, I wonder how Boruto is. I have no interest in watching Boruto. I watched the first Naruto, like all of it, including filler hell. I just never got into Shippuden. Um, Never got into Shippuden, but I uh enjoyed some aspects of it. Nice Christmas Espeon, Argent. Thank you. Merry Christmas to everybody. I'm kind of hyped because I'm gonna go spend Christmas with my family back in Ontario. So it's likable. I think that the way to tell between shonen and shojo is whether the female character, whether the main character is female or not. Like something like the girl I like forgot her glasses seems like kind of a shojo, but the main character's male, and I think that that is the best way to kind of put it. Didn't they dramatically reduce the size of Hinata's boobs in Boruto? So like, wasn't that another level of Naruto getting cocked? To be fair, like people like Sasuke is a bit of a karma Houdini who got away with all his crimes, but ultimately, like Sasuke has to survive with being married to Sakura, which is a fate worse than death. So I mean, there's that aspect to it. Oh, let's see here. What else do we have? Let's see, just want to check if something will dox me or not if I go to it. Okay. Hey, let's just take a look. What is at the top 100? Because I like to complain about this from time to time. Oh wow. Okay, so A Journey's End is now number one. That's surprising. No, I'm not like super interested into it. I will watch it at some point, but I might wait till the dub's finished and then I'll watch it. I'm sure it's good and all, it's just not something I'm super interested in. So let's see, what is the top 100? I can't speak to it. FMA Brotherhood's pretty good. It might just be that I don't like shonen in general. That I could never really get into it that much. It's a pretty good show though. It's pretty good. Steins Gate I didn't like. I thought it was not good. Um, Part of that's my inability to follow it, but I have no idea why it's so highly rated. I've never seen Gintama. Yeah, Attack on Titan definitely deserves to be up there. Is that Thousand Year Blood War? I think that's Thousand Year Blood War. I might actually watch that because Yahaba is seems like a pretty cool villain. So we'll deal with that. As far as I know, that is how you pronounce his name, Yahaba or Yahwaba. Steins Gate is Gator's favorite anime. Of course, it's Gator's favorite anime. Like, I don't. No, I kind of do. I just don't like it. I just did not enjoy it. It was not a fun. I know, but there's other things that have waifus that's like better than that. So I don't know. I tried watching Love Is War. Um, I really hated Love Is War. Like I don't know what it was about it, but I just thought it was complete crap, and I only watched one season of it. Um, and I just never like watched it again. Um, I'll someday I'll watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Uh, Fruits Basket is awful. Like that was another one I was going to review at some point, but I just never got around to. So I sat down and watched like the entire like reboot of it or whatever, and it's just it's oh it's so bad. It's just so boring and lame and ugh, it's I do not like Fruits Basket, and I thought it got worse as it went along. I thought Fruit Basket the final was not good. I think the weirdest part about Baruto is so Shikamaru just gets no, not Shikamaru. So Orochimaru just gets away with everything. Like there's no like everybody's just okay with the fact that he was like a genocidal maniac who ate people. Like I don't get it. This like how does he? I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I've watched the movie, the prequel movie for Legend of Galactic Heroes. I will watch it at some point. It's just it's kind of a big undertaking to sit down. If I was gonna do that, I might have to do a review like every 5 episodes or something like that, just to kind of keep my thoughts in order. Because I'm not gonna review something that's like 100 episodes and cram into one video. Let's see here. I have no idea what that is. Oh, that's March Comes In Like a Lion. I've heard that this is not good, despite it being very highly rated. Um, a Silent Voice, yeah, that definitely deserves to be up there. Great, great movie. Clannad After Story, it's okay. My friend, it's his favorite anime. He really loves Clannad. For me, I'm just like, it's okay. Uh, Code Geass is such a mixed bag. Code Geass is like something I can't tell if I love or hate. I kind of love and hate it at the same time. There's aspects of it I really like. Like what it does well, it does better than almost anything else. Um, but what it does wrong is just so like the ending, like the G slur globalist, like we need one world government thing just was annoying. Like I liked the ending. I liked a lot of it. Um I really like Kaylin. Like Kaylin is one of my favorite female anime characters. I actually really like her a lot. Um I ship her and Lelouch because I feel like C2 enables Lelouch's bullshit and Shirley doesn't understand him. But and he kind of needs a woman who will keep him in line. Um and control his nonsense. Uh, I didn't like the Violet Evergarden movie. Um, it might even sound like it kind of sounds like my criticism of it if it's kind of like for feminist reasons. Like, because part of it is she abandons her life to go live on the island with the major, who she hasn't seen in like 4 years, and it's just like she left her job, all her friends, like the entire life, like the entire series was her like building up this new life away from war. And then in the movie, she just immediately um, go back and she just kind of abandons it all and goes to live on some random island somewhere. So I don't know. Uh, yeah, he ends up with Cece. I tend to think I my head canon is it's kind of hard because when I came up with this, I forgot there's another character with the same name. I always thought that C2's name is Cecilia, is what I've always thought it was. Personally. Let's see what else do we have here. Gintama. Okay, Vinland Saga season 2. That's higher rated than season 1. Interesting. Attack on Titan the final season. Yep. Final season part 2, Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is so good. I'm actually going to force my father to watch it. Like, he's never watched an anime before, but I actually think he would enjoy Vinland Saga. I think you could show Vinland Saga to, like, just about anyone who likes history or war or stuff like that, and they probably enjoy it, even if they've never seen an anime before. Yeah, Oshinoko is really good. Is there like a big ship war in Oshinoko between like the two main girls? Um, I'm a big Kana fan. I don't really like Akane that much. I ship Kana and Aqua. I just think Kana is a very well written character. Um, I also just find her very relatable. Like I don't find her low self esteem to really be exaggerated or um yeah. No, it's such a plot. Yeah, like Maribel, you're right. It's such a plot device. Like where he Gios his sister. It just was like plot contrivance equals movie suck. Um. Okay, I probably shouldn't say what I thought about. I bored quit Cowboy Bebop. I'm gonna be honest. Um. I never got through it. I just wasn't really. I just didn't find it really interesting. I don't think it was bad or anything. It just wasn't my thing. Let's see here. Love is War is just fills up everything. Gurren Lagann is another show I have very, very mixed feelings about. Thematically, it's like one of my favorite animes of all time. How it's implemented, though, is very questionable. I think, like Code Geass, it could benefit from someone taking a machete to it. I think if you took out a lot of the fan service from Code Geass, like random slice of life scenes, and just like tried to get the plot a bit more focused, you could probably reduce it down like by 6 episodes or so, and it would be a much tighter narrative. So yeah, let's see what else we have here. Literally every season of Attack on Titan. Have we come across To Your Eternity yet? To Your Eternity, I think, is one of those things that I acknowledge is really, really good. And I like it, but I don't like it as much as I think some other people probably do. Um, then I probably should. What's that? I want to eat your pancreas? Or what? I think that's the one. Yeah. Um, So my take on Evangelion, particularly End to Evangelion, is if you think it's the best thing of all time, you're right. If you think it's the worst thing of all time, you're right. It does a lot of things very well, but I do think it's quite it's weird because it both has mass appeal and it's niche. It's super niche at the same time. I kind of get why it's popular, but I also don't get why it's super popular. It's just weird. Yeah. I couldn't. I watched like 2 episodes of Chainsaw Man. I didn't really enjoy it very much. I didn't really continue with it. Let's see here. Reiki of Kings was surprisingly really good. I was not expecting to like it. I enjoyed it though. It's also kind of nice to see like a protagonist with like a disability. Um, that's like actually part of the plot. Like I thought it was kind of cool that he's deaf and he can't talk and that he kind of has to manage that, and I thought that was pretty neat. It's also something I kind of like about Melania, Blade and Mikola, is that she also has that. Uh, but let's see here. I don't know. I think it's cool sometimes to have characters like with disabilities or whatever. Um, uh, it's just because there are a lot of people who have those issues in real life, and it's kind of interesting to see like how it would fit into a particular setting. I think it has to actually like be part of the plot, and it can't be like a "oh pity me" uh, like thing that's just set in for diversity sake. But One Punch Man, I did not like Demon Slayer. A lot of people, I know everybody loves Demon Slayer. I found it very uninteresting. I did not care for it at all. Magical Magica, I just found really fucking weird. I didn't despise it. I just thought it was really weird. Chiafaru is awful. I'm gonna like fight on this one. Chi, yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's fucking awful though. I thought it was. Oh, that was one where I actually quit mid season. Sometimes I stop an anime just because I forget that I'm watching it and I don't come back to it. But that was one that I just dropped. No, Shinji suffered from clinical depression. No, I wasn't saying Evangelion wasn't a case of that. I was just saying I kind of like it sometimes if they have that. I was talking specifically about Ranking of Kings because the main character is deaf. No, but Evangelion is a very realistic portrayal of mental illness, which is I think why it appeals to a lot of people. Like the way that people's thought processes work and kind of the way that it describes like the problems getting close to other people, self-doubt, running away from your problems versus facing them. Um is I think it's dealt with in a very mature and a very I think insightful fashion. ReZero is something I go back and forth on constantly. I still don't know if I like it or hate it. It's kind of both. I kind of completely like it. Okay, maybe I'll do that at some point. Um I'll do another video like that. Serp and I are going to do a video next week where we rate the presidents. We're going to do a president tier list, so that should be fun. Yeah, ReZero is something I like, and I think I'm gonna say with ReZero is I like a lot of aspects for it. I just don't think it's particularly well implemented. Um, so like I kind of hate, I kind of hate most. It's just, am I weird for not liking Amelia or Rem? Really? Maybe that's like unique. I just find Amelia is like the most useless, like damsel in distress. Like she just does Amelia ever do anything productive? I feel like all she does is just like cry and like I don't know. And Rem is just like I just feel like they tried too hard to make her into like a perfect waifu and then have Subaru reject her for like fake drama. I think we all know who Best Girl is. Best Girl is Priscilla, who will reign with divine right. Let me see. Where is it? Royals. Compass. I think this one's pretty funny. Um, I mean, it's semi accurate. You have Divine Right based on Catherine the Great. You have Anne Capistan. You have Feel Good, Granola Crunching. You have Miss Anarchist, and you have Prussian Mommy GF. Um, I feel with no Prussian Mommy GF, but no, I kind of like Priscilla actually. Despite her not being in it, and despite her being a complete bitch, but it is what it is. Let's see here. We have the Captain Levi's story. I'm not really sure like what the ending of Attack on Titan should have been. Like if we weren't gonna have the ending that we wound up getting, I don't know what we do instead. So for those of you who came in, I might do a poll on this and then ignore the poll results and just do whatever I want. So I kind of wanted to start another Let's Play because I had a lot of fun doing Suzerain, and now that I live on my own, I can actually like stream on a regular basis. So the options I had thought of was Advent Rising, Alpha Protocol, Spec Ops: The Line, one of the Command and Conquer games, or Call of Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth. Vampire the Masquerade is just is kind of overdone. So I was trying to think of something that's not like is underrated but isn't completely obscure. Advent Rising would be kind of interesting, actually. Let's see what else do we have up here. I refuse to watch uh, Jobless Reincarnation because it's like perverted and harem. I'm gonna watch Picano soon. We'll see how that goes. This was a show that I liked initially, but I started to dislike as time goes on. I just really dislike Yukino. I just find her a very unlikable person. And the MC is just kind of like such a like such a masochist. It just kind of gets um almost unwatchable at parts. It's like the B grade version of Hyoka, which I've never reviewed. If you haven't watched Hyoka, Hyoka's fucking amazing. Um, yeah, like Hyoka, I definitely recommend. That's a really really good show. Um, so it's because the main character is kind of similar personality wise in both, so they have the same voice actor in both of them. I see NGE's been forced down quite a bit over the years. I've come to the conclusion over time that Hellsing is garbage. I might have to do like a video. It's the endless list of videos I'm never gonna get to, but like it is like one of the weirdest pacings ever. Like it immediately, like 80% of the story is the climax. Like you have the initial thing in Cheddar where Sarah's gets turned. Then you have the Valentine brothers, and then it just immediately goes into the end game. And the end game is like 80% of the plot. There's like no build up. There's no like in between. It just goes on and on and on. And it just sucks. Like some of the art is cool, some of the other stuff is cool, but there's no dramatic tension at any point during it. It's just kind of garbage. Psychopath was like okay, but nothing special. Reincarnated as Slime isn't bad. The guy who made Hellsing was the same person who made Digimon Tamer. I don't think that's true. Let me see here. He might have done the art. I don't believe that it was. Um, he also did Tamers. No, maybe the producer. No, the producer didn't make. Maybe the director did. No, I don't. I don't. It doesn't look like it to me that any of the people were involved. At least that I can see. Maybe it's the same studio or something. Did both of them? But no, looking at Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate, it doesn't. I don't see any uh, people who did the same thing. The director. Okay, so the director of. Okay, well, Hellsing. The Hellsing series has 5 directors, so it's kind of hard to tell which one. Um, 5 directors for like 10 episodes. Yeah, but like even then, he didn't write it. Like let's look at this. Has any of you seen Hyoka? Hyoka is really good. Um, here, yeah. So you have 4 different directors. The only one that has like a link to doesn't have anything else. Has this guy done anything since Hellsing? Uh, oh, okay. Sasuke is a deadbeat dad in Boruto and meets his daughter when she's like 12. I like my disappointment is why. Okay, the first thing that irritates me about Boruto, why doesn't Boruto have the Bakugan? Like, that would have been cool. That would have made him more interesting as a protagonist. I don't get why he doesn't have it. It would have been kind of cool if he wasn't just a clone of Naruto, but he also had that, and maybe he develops his own technique, like merging Naruto and Hinata's style together. But no, we can't have that. We can't have that because that would be good. Um, let's see here. I actually didn't mind the anime. I thought the anime was not that bad for Helsing. Um, there's aspects of it I like more than the other one. Uh, yeah, but Naruto and Hinata should have like 10 kids. Like I get like the problem with writing with having more than one or two kids is you have to write them. And if you're an author, it just takes up a lot of room in the story. But I kind of wish they'd had like 10 kids and rebuilt the Uzumaki clan. I mean, they're both prime genetic material. Um, they should be reproducing as much as possible. That's what. Why does Naruto get a bad rap in public opinion? Probably just because of how long it is. People hate things that are popular. I personally do not like Naruto as a character. In the anime, in fan fiction, Naruto is completely different and is much less annoying. Harry Potter is much the same. Um, no, but I think it would have been cool to have something like a little bit different. Like, I don't know, he combines, he comes up with his own techniques. Maybe he does some gentle fist stuff mixed together. I don't know. Welcome to the NHK is amazing. Welcome to the NHK is like one of the greatest shows of all time. I'll just say this: Welcome to the NHK is actually hard to watch, um, because it's too close to reality. I think the best villain in Naruto was Pain, by far. I never watched Shippuden, but I like read plot summaries of all of it. I thought that he was a good villain. I thought he was a really good foil for Naruto. Like as like because I could see Naruto in another world becoming like him. Um, I also found Pain had very interesting goals, and like the idea that he was not like he was evil, but not like sadistically evil the way like Orochimaru is. He wasn't evil out of a sense of personal gain. I always find villains that are not evil, like for selfish reasons, to be interesting. Um, and that sort of thing. But no, I like Pain a lot. This was a show I actually kind of like more the more I think about it. Um, Tales from the New World is just really weird. Um, what is this? Let me see. What is this in English? It's confusing because some shows are like in English and some of them are like not. Like the title, After the Rain. Oh no, I had not watched that, but I'll add that to my list. Maybe I'll take a look. What do we have? Shippuden was exactly 500 episodes. There's something to be said for characters who are anti-villains, which is kind of a hard concept to describe. Let's see. TV tropes is shit these days, but let's take a look at it. It's the counterpart of the anti-hero. So let's see here. Where are some examples of anti-villains? Um, yeah, there's a lot of anti-villains in Attack on Titan. Reiner is a very good anti-villain. Um, the egg of a perfect world is very much an anti-villain in Berserk. Because like he's completely unselfish and he's completely devoted to what he thinks is a better version of the world. However, what he wants is to bring about the Antichrist. Okay, I'll do Rent a If people want Rent a Girlfriend episode 5, we'll do Rent a Girlfriend episode 5 at some point. Oh, let's see here. Code Geass. Honestly, I think well, Lelouch is kind of a villain protagonist. Schneisel is kind of an anti-villain. Um uh, what else do we have? I didn't. Super Broly was kind of lame. Dude, you have no idea like what Rent a Girlfriend is like. Like you have no conception of how bad Rent a Girlfriend is. Rent a Girlfriend is Rent a Girlfriend makes the Nanjing massacre look like a kid's birthday party. It makes like I don't even know how to describe it. It makes the Armenian genocide look like I don't know, a pool party. No, I know people want me to make fun of Rent a Girlfriend. Like Rent a Girlfriend. Let me just see. You know what? I think let's just go to this. Okay, Rent Girlfriend best line. Okay, this is the greatest line of all time. This summarizes the show.
You know what feels the absolute best? It's not sex with the one you love. It's the fap after sex with the one you love. Where the heck did you get that from?
That is um that is kind of Rent a Girlfriend in in a nutshell. Actually, I was looking at it, so there was there's this big meme because during a later episode of the Rent a Girlfriend manga, which I can't show here because it's of all the nudity in it, but like he fantasizes with his fake GF getting fucked by Chad, and he gets like super aroused by it, and it became like this massive let's see, where is the meme? Let's see here. Trying to find it. Uh, But yeah, there's a part where he just fantasizes about his like girlfriend getting fucked by Chad, and it no, his fake girlfriend. No, like in this one episode, so the thing that makes Rent a Girlfriend even weirder is is that despite the main character being like the biggest F slur I've ever seen in my life and being completely and totally worthless, he has a hot girlfriend named Ruka, and she like just really loves him. Like in one episode, she makes him turtle curry, and she tries to have sex with him, so he jerks off in the shower so he won't be tempted to have sex with his girlfriend because that would be cheating on the fake girlfriend that he pays to pretend to be his girlfriend. And he stole Ruka from his best friend who was hiring her to be his fake girlfriend. Dude, you have no idea how deep the rabbit hole goes for Rent a Girlfriend. Let me see. Okay. The MC is the biggest simp of all time. Like the absolute biggest simp who's ever lived. Let's see here. Um where's me? Uh Gauging into the depths of human depravity and madness. I've heard Odyssey might get shut down because the company that like runs it went bankrupt or something. I don't know. Is it just not showing? Okay, let's take a look. Content. Oh, it still okay. So it still says okay. I don't know why it says that. I guess I needed to change it there, but it doesn't matter. Your NGE videos were amazing. No, they're on BitChute. They're all on BitChute. I can't have them on YouTube because it's not permitted to have copyrighted material. I think it qualifies as fair use because I'm talking for most of it. But yeah, they're all up on my BitChute account if you want to watch them. So they are there. I can't remember if I have them up on my uh, Odyssey or not. Rumble has more function. What is Rumble like in terms of copyright? Like, can I put them up there, or is Rumble very strict about that sort of thing? Um, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, I did. What episode did I get up to? Four. So I did the first. I did the first four episodes of Rent a Girlfriend, and I also did the worst episode, like the episode that triggered me the most, as a separate thing. Let's see, where is it? Okay, that's episode two. Episode one. I also have to put this up on alt tech because of how much like how many slurs I throw out. Like I throw out the F slur in this like 20 times a second. Um, I just go completely like, yeah, I would not be permitted to do this on YouTube. I would get banned for hate speech in like 5 seconds. I thought I had that episode uploaded though, like the worst episode. Okay, yeah, that was it. Okay, yeah, this was the worst episode. You're warned. This is the worst episode of Rent a Girlfriend. Um, I'm actually not Gen X. I'm a millennial. Uh, ISIS K. Can I change this? Because that's not what it should be anymore. It should have a different. Oh no, this I'm not logged in on this account, so I can't do that. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. We have. I don't think BitChute has streaming. Is there any like alt text site shadier than BitChute? BitChute is like one of the shadiest things I've ever seen. Um, just the sheer amount they beg for money is kind of amazing. It's a lot. Okay, let's see here. Don't see a way to update. Okay. I want this to say. There we go. No, I just so BitChute and Odyssey and Rumble will all auto repost. It took me a little while to. I had to do a bunch of stuff because it was having a lot of issues, but I do have it to the point where it will auto repost my whatever I stream onto BitChute. So also at the time, it was the only place. Um, uh, it was the only place that I could put it up at the Evangelion episodes up at the time, but they got a lot of reviews. I actually get decent views on BitChute. It's just BitChute doesn't really have monetization, um, per se. It just kind of has. I guess you can beg for money on it, but not a lot else. I've given money to Wikipedia. To be fair to Wikipedia, like they probably need the money. Um, I would. I just keep forgetting. So the problem with me is I wind up cutting my credit cards up so often just because I'm afraid that they got compromised or I lose them or something that I can never really stay subscribed to a lot of these things for very long. That happens with the Patreons that I'm subscribed to. They always just get canceled because I changed my credit card and I don't bother to go and to resubscribe. Like the only Patreon I think I'm supporting at the moment is what's it called again? History Legends. History Legends. Because he puts up some of his better interviews over there. Commenters on like BitChute though are like full on schizo though. A common theme is none of them. No one here like on BitChute gets my sarcasm videos. So everybody like there are people here who just scream at me for being like a shit lib or something, and they don't get that it's like a joke. Um, whether that's due to autism or what, I don't honestly don't know. So eventually we will move past the Ukraine stuff. But it's just stuff's been happening every day, and stuff is only happening faster at this point in time. So will probably be more before it's less, but hopefully in the new year I'll get into doing some more media content, doing some more history videos. I'm gonna be finished my master's degree like within the next month, and then that's gonna be over with. And I'm so hyped that that's gonna be done. That's been 4 years, and then I can start planning my trip to Germany, which I'm hyped about. So I think that's about it for the evening. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me.